welcome to another episode of Talking to Myself. I'm your host, Jake Letizia, and this is the podcast where I look into a camera and I talk to myself. Ho! I guess that's become just the opener of this podcast, is me saying that goddamn exact sentence every time. And I'm not mad about it. What's up, guys? I love you. You're awesome. Hope you're having a great fucking life, a great day. Hope you are feeling fulfilled and awesome and strong and beautiful. Sorry, I've been listening to a lot of the Getting Better podcast, and he does a lot of positive affirmations for his audience on there, so I guess that's just naturally coming out of me. The Ron Funches is oozing out of my body right now. If you've never heard that podcast, Getting Better, it's really good. Ron Funches, great stand-up comedian. Check it out. YouTube, all the platforms. Why am I plugging it? I don't know. I like it, dude. I don't know. I don't have a podcast big enough to plug anything, but I'm still going to plug shit that I like. Fuck it, dude. What's up, guys? How you doing? I feel fine. You know? That's how I feel. I feel fine. And that's where I'm at right now mentally. In this moment, talking to you, I feel okay. Not good, not great, not bad, not shitty, just Which sometimes is the worst kind of feeling, right? Just pure indifference is what I feel right now. I'm as close to giving zero fucks as imaginable. Which is something I may have said on this podcast before. I don't believe that's true, okay? Yeah, I don't believe anyone gives zero fucks. The only way you give zero fucks is if you're nude and sleeping in a gutter. That's when you're giving zero fucks. Because you don't care at all. If you have a job, how dare you say I give zero fucks? If you have a job, that's at least one fuck you give. If you're wearing pants and a shirt as you're telling me you give zero fucks, I can point two out on your body, okay? One fuck there, and one fuck in your goddamn eyes, you dumbass, because you're wrong. You don't give zero fucks. But yeah, there's still a few fucks that I give, but I'm very indifferent. I don't know. Got some bad news that I'm not going to talk about yet, but I don't know. I guess I'm just I don't know. When life hands you lemons, you make beef stew, okay? As Andy Milonakis says, if life hands you lemons, you make beef stew. That's how I feel right now. Got some bad news that really just was the opposite of the good news it was when I first heard it, and now I'm just like, fuck, dude. But what are you going to do, man? Anything that happens that's bad, you gotta find some sort of silver lining. You gotta learn something from it. Every terrible experience I have, I try my best to be like, well, this thing was good of it, and while that didn't work, this could work next time. You just got to do that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like when people die, I just go, well, at least it's not me. No, I don't. That is a silver lining to death, though. If anybody dies in your life, you go, well, at least it didn't happen to me. That's fucked up. That's true, though. Like if somebody... Oh, man. That's true. That is true. Somebody around my age died recently that I knew, but I was never close with. I knew of him. My mom knows of him. And she was just like, wow, I can't imagine that happening to your son dying. And I could see in her face, I could see it, like she was feeling terrible. But at the same time, you do have a feeling of like, well, thank God that never happened to me. Like there is a deep appreciation you can have in death that you're still alive. That's the real feeling. I'm joking around when I'm like, at least it's not me. But that feeling really translated is, like I'm lucky it's not me. That's the real thing. I'm lucky. People are so fragile. People can go at any moment, and most times, as you get older and older, people fucking die randomly and aggressively and out of nowhere, and usually of certain things that might be close to something that could happen in your life. You know? I mean, this kid died in like a helicopter accident, so that's not close to. I mean, maybe if I learned how to fly it's not really close to my situation. But what I'm saying is, some people, as I get older, I'm sure some people will die of alcoholism, or they'll die of fucking choking on a sausage. I don't know. They'll die of weird freak things that'll make me go, holy shit, that could have been me. And I don't know. I guess that's a beautiful part of death, is that it shows you the fragility of life, but it also gives you a window into, hey man, live yours, because you could be out of here in a second. We're all on borrowed time, as they say, and that's not something to be scared of or be depressed about. That's something to just embrace and go, yeah, man, I don't have that much time left. So I got to just do the things that I really want to do. What do you want to generate? What do you want to be in the world because of you? That's how I've been trying to think lately. What if I died at 30? What do I want to be left behind? I think everybody has something in them that can be put into the world. And I think that sometimes people have this thing in them and they use it to the best of their ability, and they add to the world. And then other people are afraid of their addition to the world, or they don't know how to do it, or they don't know how to help people, and they never do anything. And that's, I don't know, it's a waste to me. It's a waste of life. But it's easy to do that because it's scary to access whatever that is in you that's going to be an addition to the fucking world. It's hard to add to the world. It's easy to take from the world, It's easy to fucking criticize the world. But I think everybody has something that is a piece of themselves that they could deliver to the world and go, hey, this might improve some shit. This might make other people feel better. This might add a little bit of relief in the world. And that's something that I'm trying to think more about and trying to be more present with and not capitalize on, but accomplish. I'm trying to accomplish something like that. Figure out, I don't know, that's something I've been doing, and it's been good for me, of like, if at 30, if I'm dead at 30, what's accomplishable now that is worth doing, so that if I died at 30, I'd be happy about it. Or not happy, I'd be okay with it. That's what you really want. You want whenever you to go for you to be content with your death. You don't want to be on your deathbed going, why didn't I fucking kiss her? Why didn't I tell that person how I feel? Why didn't I write that fucking book? You don't want to be doing that. You want to be going, thank God I put that out there. Colin Quinn on a podcast I listened to recently, he was like, when he had his heart attack, and Kevin Smith too, the same thing. Both of them when they had heart attacks. Well, no, Kevin Smith had the opposite. When he was on, he's like, I need. When he was in the hospital room, or when he was in the ambulance, he was thinking to himself like, I got to survive this because I never made Jay and Silent reboot, which is fucking. That's a terrible feeling to have when you're dying, but that's a beautiful thing for him to be like, no, I didn't add all I needed to add. He's like, I'm dying earlier than my output in the world. I have more to give, and I'm dying now. That's terrible. And then as soon as he fucking got out of that goddamn situation, he recovered from the heart attack, he made Jay and Silent Bob reboot. And now in all of his fucking tour, listen, man, whether you like Kevin Smith or not, that's a beautiful story and a beautiful thing of he had a fucking heart attack. In that moment, he knew, like, I'm not satisfied with my output to the world. And then he immediately rectified that coming back. And he made the movie he wanted to make in spite of the fact that a lot of people were like, who gives a shit? Fucking Jay, it's Bob. Who fucking cares? He goes, I care. This is going to be a beautiful movie to me and I'm going to make it. And it's going to make other people happy. And now he's on tour fucking making a ton of money and everyone's coming to the tour and he's watching all these people who love him, who he gave such joy to, watch his movie with him. That's this huge movie of just like, I mean, I haven't seen it, but I've heard that it's very just like, it's a nostalgia trip. It's touching. It's heartwarming. It's just a fun, reminiscent movie that he gets to enjoy with people and he gets to feel maybe content about dying now. You know what I'm saying? Like Colin Quinn also said when he had a heart attack, I don't know why it's all these creative dudes having heart attacks. I guess that's just what fucking happens when you're an old man. But he was in the ambulance and he thought, well, at least I got New York Story out. That's what he thought. That's what he really felt, was at least he got New York Story out, which if you don't know, Colin Quinn has he does like one-man show, stand-up special type things, and New York Story was the last one he did. That was just about growing up in New York and all the different boroughs, the different cultures, how people used to talk back then, how it's progressed and changed, and just talking about his experience with New York and his experience with that life. And that's a beautiful thing that he was on that bed just being like, at least I got that out. He was content with his life. He felt good about his output. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that's a good thing too. A good way to live your life is making sure that you have something in the world that you're proud of before you take your last goddamn breath. Anyway, what am I talking about? Didn't expect to talk about that, and that's how this podcast goes, everybody. I get up here, I write some notes down, I start talking about some random fucking serious thing, and then I try and jump into some funny fucking lighthearted stuff because I go, oh, that's too much of that depressing shit. I like sad shit though, man. I do like sad shit. I don't know. I love sad movies. People get bummed out when they hear my favorite movies. Like Blue Valentine is one of my favorite movies of all time. And people get bummed out when I say that. They go, yeah, but that's so sad. And I go, yeah, but that's what life is. That's life, though. I don't want to watch The Notebook. You don't die you don't pass away perfectly in your sleep next to the love of your life in a fucking nursing home bed. Which also, is that even a good ending? They're in a fucking dirty, shitty old person bed. That's what? Somebody probably died. I mean, you're just one of many who died on that bed. How is that? How is that a good ending to your life? I don't know. I hope they were fucking content. I don't think so. That guy just wasted his goddamn... That guy's a fucking weirdo, dude. I don't know. Rachel McAdams didn't want to go on a date with him, so he climbed a roller coaster and then or a Ferris wheel, then hung on the bar and threatened to kill himself unless she'd go on a date with him. Hey, dude, that's fucking psychotic. And then she gets Alzheimer's and forgets him, and he spends every fucking day retelling her about how they met. Hey, dude, she doesn't care anymore. Her body literally was like, I don't give a shit about this anymore. Her body was like, these are memories that don't need to stay. And you keep telling her the same fucking story over and over again? Why not at least change it up every time? Why not tell her a different way you guys met every day? And then, like, it doesn't, at least spice up the shit, you fucking weirdo. That's so weird. Even with Alzheimer's, I bet you she was like, all right, dude, again with this fucking story? I get it. You tried to kill yourself to marry me. Also, I don't remember you, so you telling me this is just making me uncomfortable. Remember me? I'm the love of your life. Let me tell you this fucking 4-hour story about this. Hey, dude, I only have so many days left. I don't need to spend 4 hours of every day with you hearing this stupid fucking story. I think that was the plot of that movie. I can't remember, but I think it was every day he retells her everything about how their fucking relationship was. And she's like, "What? I need it's fucking they're serving soup at 2 p.m. I got to get over there, dude. Tomato basil. Also there's this cute guy in the nursing home that I want to kiss his face. But I'm the love of your life. Yeah, I don't know you, dude. My brain doesn't know you, okay? Fuck off." Yeah, but Blue Valentine, I don't know. Ryan Gosling again. Not the best guy in that movie either, but he's at least flawed in a way that makes sense. You know? He at least asked Michelle Williams out in a cute way, not in a suicidal way. And they don't make it together. Their relationship gets shitty. They fall in love, then the relationship goes poorly because that's what happens in life. He makes mistakes, she makes mistakes, and then they break up. And that's life, man. That's relationships. That's how it works. You don't get to stay with the love of your life. And if you do, you're not that in love at a certain point. And you're with that person for other reasons more than loving them, maybe. I don't know. I also could be talking out my ass, you know? I haven't been married for 15 years. I don't know what that experience is like. You know, my longest relationship was 2 years, so I can't really speak to too long of a term of relationships. But in my experience, love is an intense and temporary thing that's worth having and awful when it goes. But that's life. That's life. And the misery of love is just as important as the happiness of it. Because both those experiences feed off one another in that you can only appreciate love because it makes you feel so terrible when it's gone. And I don't know why I'm just philosophizing right now about fucking love, but that's what I'm doing. Yeah, so Blue Valentine's a great fucking movie, dude. I don't know. I was on a date the other night, last night. It was pretty good. It was a good date. I had a good time. It was a pretty great date. It was a pretty great date up until this point. Up until, you ever have a fucking amazing date and it's going really good and it's just you and the person at a bar and you're enjoying the conversation and you both are attracted to one another, you both want to kiss, and then you're leaving the bar, you're about to fucking kiss each other goodbye. It's going to be the first kiss. Hopefully it's good. Sometimes they're terrible and then you can't hang out with the person anymore, but sometimes they're great and you hang out with them like 3 more times or maybe fucking a year, who knows. But then what happens is on the way to the subway, she stops and she points at this place because you have to stop for the light. And she goes, "Oh, that's my favorite gelato place." And you go, "What?" And she's like, "Oh, it's my favorite gelato place." You go, "Oh, that's cool." And she goes, "Yeah, a lot of the flavors I like though are seasonal." And I was like, "Oh, what's like your favorite flavor?" And she goes, "Oh, well, my favorite flavor is basil." Did you guys hear that? I paused for emphasis. Did you guys hear that? My favorite gelato flavor is basil. Oh yeah, what's your second favorite? Parsley? What's your third favorite? Pesto? What the fuck? I looked at her and said, "Oh no." And she goes, "What? Does it sound good?" And I go, "No." I go, "Oh no. You know, this was a really great date up until you said that." And she goes, "Now it's an awesome date." I go, "No, now I'm questioning the entire thing." Which I said it like that, so it came off like a joke. And it was partially a joke, but at the same time, I think that fucking sucks. Basil gelato? That's so fucking stupid. That's like saying, "Oh, I love pickles." And you're like, oh, yeah? What kind of pickles? You're like, oh, well, I get these pickles that are like pickled in chocolate pickle juice. What, dude? Even if that tastes good, even if chocolate pickle juice tastes delicious, don't ever make that. You know why? Because what are we doing? Basil gelato exists because people are fucking bored. Because America's too rich of a country and we're all fat and fucking disgusting and chocolate's not enough. We got to do some weird cunty flavors. Like fucking basil, dude. Pistachio ice cream is as cunty I will be while eating ice cream, okay? I like pistachio ice cream. I think it tastes good. But at the same time, while I'm eating it, I'm like, I'm definitely an asshole. I'm definitely a fucking dickhead eating pistachio ice cream right now. Come on. Come on. Pistachio ice cream? At least it's in the nut family, but it's like a bit of a fancier, healthier nut, you know? Even if it's not actually healthier, I feel like people perceive pistachios as, well, it's better for you than a peanut. Well, not many people are allergic to this one, are they? And also, don't put nuts in the ice cream, okay? Make it artificial flavor. Is there basil plant in the ice cream? In the gelato? Are there little specks of basil? Because if so, what the fuck, dude? I don't even eat basil when it's in... Can you eat basil? I don't even know because I spit it out every time it's in my mouth. Every time I've eaten pasta and there's basil in it, if I get a fucking piece of basil in my mouth, I go like this. Like it's a fucking hair in my mouth. I go and throw it the fuck away. I'm disgusted that it touched my tongue. Okay? And again, this was a great date, and I'm going to go on another date with this person, and we kissed, and it was a good time. But at the same time, what the fuck, dude? Are you going to get velvet ice cream one day? Or one day are you going to fucking eat mahogany ice cream? And I'm going to have to be like, that's a color, dude. That's not a flavor. Imagine if someone was like, hey, can I get 2 scoops of brown, please? Hey, dude, no. It's called chocolate, you fucking idiot. Can I get the 3 scoops of white? You mean vanilla, you cock? Fucking idiot. No, not her. Just people who, well, I don't know. No, she's very cute. She's not an idiot. I like her a lot. She's cool. But I'm dumb and stupid and I'm joking around. I was telling my friend because another Kevin Smith thing. Fuck it. I was listening to a lot of Kevin Smith this past week, but Kevin Smith was talking about how George Carlin he was on a podcast. He was talking about how George Carlin was saying how he was friends with George Carlin, and George Carlin has this great joke, and I'm paraphrasing it because I don't specifically remember what exactly the joke was, but he said something like, you know who I don't want to talk to? A man over 7 who's wearing a backwards hat. And Kevin Smith loves wearing fucking backwards hats. So he said that one night he was in the audience, Kevin Smith, like he came to George Carlin's show, and George Carlin knew he was there. So he said that joke. I don't want to talk to anybody who's above 7 who wears a backwards hat. And then he looked at Kevin in the crowd and said, of course, excluding you, Kevin. And Kevin Smith talked about how that warmed his heart and that was good. But that's the thing. That's what it is. That's what life is, man. So like I'm saying this whole thing about the basil gelato, right? But I could tell she genuinely liked basil gelato. So I don't actually have a problem with that. But there are other people in the world who eat basil gelato because they suck. All right, okay? There are people in the world who eat basil gelato because they like it, and that's beautiful. But there are other people who wear it because fuck them, right? Kevin Smith wears fucking jorts and a backwards hat, and he used to wear a hockey jersey constantly because he likes wearing that. He genuinely likes wearing that. He's not doing it to look like a certain guy or be a certain thing. He's doing that for himself, and that's cool. I like that because I agree with George Carlin. I mean, I forgot that was a Carlin bit, and then I thought, like, I was thinking about doing a bit like that, and I was like, oh, it's a fucking Carlin bit. But, like, backwards hats, man. Fuck you, dude. If you're not in middle school, don't wear a backwards hat. Because there are some people who wear backwards hats who are going like that, who have it on, and they're trying to be like people who wear backwards hats because they think it looks cool. Go fuck yourself. Because they feel like, yo, dude, I look sick. No, dude. Kevin Smith is fully aware that some people might think he looks dumb, but he's like, yeah, but I like it. That's how you gotta be. And be able to laugh if people go, dude, what's that, a fucking backwards hat? Yeah, man. I feel like people are getting too far away from that. That someone can tease you and love you. That's true, man. Or that someone can say something about a certain thing and it's for humor's sake and they don't actually mean it. Like George Carlin's not going to not talk to Kevin Smith. He did fucking a couple of movies with him. But that's a funny thing to say, and he believes in it to a degree. And that's what most comedy is. It's a funny thing to say that you believe in strongly on stage for comedic effect. And then it doesn't need to be like, it doesn't need to be real off stage. You don't need to carry that with you. You know? You understand? I don't know. I'm talking about the Basil shit on this podcast right now. It in no effect is gonna. I'm not gonna ever prevent someone from eating that kind of ice cream or from it being sold. But I'm gonna make fun of it a little bit because if there's something there to make fun of. There's something that feels true in my heart that makes me want to say, "What the fuck?" So anyway, Basil ice cream is for fucking jerks. No. No. Anyway. Watch, this person's going to listen to this podcast and be like, I'm not going on dates with you anymore. I'm done with all of the dating that we might have done. Anyway, that's the end of the first half. I'm going to cut this off and I'll see you in the second half. Hello, and we are back. What's up, guys? Old Jakey PP back on the microphone. That's what they call me, dude. Jakey PP. I have like something stuck in my fucking throat. Okay. What should I talk about? Should I talk about this? There's a couple things I want to talk about. Some silly, some are any of them serious? I don't even know. What do I talk? I don't know. There's certain things I want to talk about that I don't know if I can talk about yet. I'm a juror on a court case right now. I got fucking selected in jury duty to be a juror, okay? And I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about that. Because every fucking day the judge is like, do not talk to anyone outside of the court about this. Do not go on YouTube, Instagram, social media, and tell anyone about the details of this case. Do not tell anyone about the parties involved in this case. Do not fucking eat your own jizz. Do not fucking shit in your mouth. And I'm like, why can't I do those last two, dude? I can do those if I want. It's fucking my body, my choice, you fucking asshole. No, but he's like, every day, it's become a joke where I laugh out loud every time he says it. And he even says it with a smirk like, I know this is annoying. I know I keep saying it, but I got to say it. It's my job. I'm the judge. So I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about with this juror thing. As soon as it's over, I'm allowed to talk about it, right? So I've been writing a lot of things down that I need to tell you guys because it's fucking insane and stupid as shit and just very, what? Very, huh? But I guess I could talk about this. When I got selected for jury duty, when it came down to the wire and they picked me to be a juror, right? They picked the fucking final 16 or whatever it was. Which I always thought it was 12, but it's 16 for some reason. I don't know. I sat there with so much fucking anger in my soul, so much rage in my heart. I've never been more enraged in my life than in that moment being picked for jury duty, knowing I had to be on a case for fucking weeks. Like a job, 9 to 5, Monday through fucking Friday. I'm going to kill myself. Jury duty, okay? And then I realized, because then we were there and people, I see, again, I don't know what I'm allowed to say. I realized that jurors, the people deciding the fate of people in cases, are angry to be there and tired as fuck. Those are the people who are deciding whether or not you'll go to jail. People who are just like, why am I here? That's who's deciding whether or not you go to prison. And I don't know if that's the best system. I don't know. You know? Like at the end of the day, none of us we're going to be unbiased about the situation. But also it's like what? I don't care about any of this. I don't give a shit. I don't want to be here. That shouldn't be the thing in the head of the person who's deciding whether or not you're going to be behind bars. Again, at the end of the day, it's going to be a fair and just decision because I understand the gravity of what's going on. But at the same time, huh? And that's all I'll say because I don't know what I'm allowed to fucking say. Anyway. We're not allowed to talk to any of the people involved, too, in the case. I don't know. Well, it's also like, I don't know. What can I say? I don't know what I'm allowed to say. There's... Okay, so when I was being selected, I could talk about this. When I was being selected, there was... see, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it. I'll tell this story after the fucking case is over. Because I'll just talk about all the shit when the case is over. Because there's some good stuff. But anyway. What do you guys think of fuck it, we'll stick to food, man. Basil ice cream. You know what else I don't like? Okay. They sell... There's a question people ask about muffins. Or maybe I just ask it. But I ask people... What do you like better on a muffin? The top or the bottom? And I've never met a person who said bottom, right? 100% of the people I've asked say muffin tops. They even sell muffin tops. And I'm here to say that, and maybe I'm the only person in the universe, but muffin bottoms are 1,000% better than muffin tops. Okay? You know how I know this? If someone said, hey, you have a muffin bottom. Listen, muffin top is an insult. That alone should let you know people aren't too fond of them. They're not good, okay? It's a fucking gross insult that you give somebody that you shouldn't give somebody. Why are you eating and loving them, you jerk? If you eat muffin tops, that means you're okay with the term muffin top, and therefore you fucking fat shame. You're a fat shamer. Muffin bottoms are better, dude. They're always good. That's the thing. It's like waffle or pancake, okay? A waffle is a muffin bottom. A waffle, for the most part, is always going to be fucking good. It's usually going to have the same consistency. It's usually going to be good. It's usually going to satisfy you. But a pancake is either amazing or dog shit. It's never okay. And that's what a muffin top is. It's either perfectly cooked, it's either soft and good, or it's garbage. It's hard, it's gross, and you want to fucking break your teeth open while you're eating it. And also, having given that analogy, I also don't agree, because there are no great muffin tops. I've never had a muffin top and been like, this is better than the bottom. I've only had muffin tops and been like, let me get through this so I can get to the fucking good part. That's right, dude. They should sell muffin bottoms. If they fucking sold muffin bottoms, I would eat them all the time. I would eat 2 muffin bottoms instead of a normal muffin. Muffin tops suck, dude. They're bad, okay? And you might be listening right now going, who cares? Why is he talking about this? Because the world needs to know. The world needs to know it's wrong. And I'm right about muffins. I'm not even kidding, too. Muffin bottoms are better. They're better. Okay? Back in the day, my mom used to cut a corn muffin in half for me. And toast it. And then butter both pieces. And the bottom was always better than the fucking top, dude. It melted in my mouth. It was delicious. It was the perfect fucking shape to hold in my hand and eat. A muffin top feels like it feels like it's about to fall apart. It feels like it's going to fall out of your goddamn hand. It's disgusting. I remember I always had to get through the muffin top. I always was like, oh, I have to eat this because it's here. But the bottom is the good stuff. Why do you think the bottom is the last part? Because you save the best for last, dude. You don't eat a fucking muffin upside down. Even if you love tops, you don't eat the bottom and then go to the top. You know why? Because the top needs to be eaten first because it's trash. Okay? Let's talk about more shit I don't like, okay? Starbucks. I went to Starbucks and I went to buy a sandwich because it's right near the courthouse, and I don't know what else is near there. But I went to buy a sandwich and a bottle of water. And I'm looking at the. Sorry, I was away from the mic. I'm looking at the refrigerator section, and there's sandwiches in there. There's like wraps with fucking fruit and shit, and it all looks good. I mean, I've had the wraps, I've had the sandwiches. They're all pretty good. And I see some like fruit flavored drinks and stuff, but I don't see water anywhere. So I go up and I get a sandwich and I go, do you guys have bottles of water? And he goes, oh yeah, right over there. And I turn around and there's a basket of water, of bottled water. Now, this fridge section has room for bottles of water, but they instead chose to put it in a basket so that you just buy lukewarm bottled water. Hey, if the bottled water you sell is not cold, don't sell it. What's the point of buying a warm bottle of water? And my friend told me a story about some model on set was like given a cold water, and then she was like, I only drink room temperature water. Hey, go to Starbucks. That shouldn't be an option. There shouldn't be a person who's allowed to say that. It should. All people should only know of cold water, especially Starbucks, okay? I can't buy a fucking hot coffee in a cold water? What are you doing, dude? 7-Eleven is better than Starbucks because, listen, man, give me the option of having it cold. I can choose to fucking keep the bottle in my bag for an hour and let it cool down. I can't choose to make it cold. I'm not carrying around the cooler with me, all right? Or an ice pack. Make the water cold. You have the space. Don't be assholes. That model. Imagine if somebody said that to you. You do the nice thing of giving them a bottle of water and they go, I only drink warm water. That's not my fucking problem, dude. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were a weird robot. And then he was like, do you want your sandwich heated up? Yeah, and I want my water colded down, okay? Freeze this shit up. I don't understand. Oh, we got luke temperature water. Also, do you want your sandwich heated up? What am I gonna balance it with? Because you guys have fucking cold coffee. I can't get cold water. I don't understand what the fuck is happening. Just drink from the tap. There's no reason to buy a bottled water if it's warm. You just drink from the fucking tap and it's warm automatically. And it's unlimited free water. This is the stuff that gets me mad, man. That's a fucking dumb establishment. People just go to Starbucks because I don't know. I don't know what happened. It's a chain that somehow people thought was okay, you know? Like, people who go to Starbucks will be like, you shop at 7-Eleven. It's like, what's the fucking difference? If anything, they have more options at 7-Eleven. Also, you think the burritos are that much worse than the fucking dumb sandwiches at Starbucks? Just because it says pesto and tomato on it doesn't mean it's healthier for you, okay? You can get a turkey sandwich at fucking 7-Eleven in a shitty container just like you can get a fucking chicken wrap at Starbucks. What makes you think it's better at Starbucks? Well, they might be better at Starbucks, but my point is, you don't know that. You haven't looked into the ingredients. You're just like, well, it's Starbucks. It's not 7-Eleven, so it must be fucking better. I haven't had the coffee at 7-Eleven, but now I'm going to try it because I need to know whether or not it's better than the Starbucks coffee. Because Starbucks coffee is bad, genuinely. Any indie coffee shop I've been to has had better coffee than Starbucks. It's a shitty product. Okay? And it's not like fast food where you go to McDonald's and like someone goes, well, that's a bad burger. And you go, well, no, it's not a real burger. You know, I'm eating McDonald's, not a cheeseburger. You understand what I'm saying? I said this before with pizza too. I want to eat Domino's. I don't want to eat a slice of pizza. It's its own thing that I understand. Is that what Starbucks is like? I don't know. Coffee doesn't seem like that kind of a thing. It seems like you just want good coffee. Doesn't seem like you want like shitty coffee, but you love it, you know? I don't understand. Also, I can't fathom anybody who loves that specific shit fucking taste in their mouth. Like, oh, I don't want good coffee. I want like this specific awful flavor in my mouth that only a place that sells lukewarm water could fucking produce. Oh my God. What am I even saying? Fuck it. I'm such a poopy, short, and fat. Here is my doodie. Here is my mustache. Yeah, dude. Dude, I'm lost right now. I don't even know. Fast food. I guess we're talking about fast food. Oh, this is the other night I saw somebody. I keep going to McDonald's, right? Because it's delicious, first of all. Fuck you. I think I've said this before, but if you don't eat McDonald's because you think you're better than other people, you go fuck yourself. If you don't eat it because you don't want to eat it because you're just not into it, that's cool. But if I get McDonald's and then you go, that's McDonald's, hey, you can go jump off of a bridge immediately. Hey, dude, you're not better than me because you scowl at French fries, you fucking unfun loser. You're unfun. That's what it is. People who hate fast food, actively hate it, you're not fun. That's 100% true, too. I've never met somebody who's like, McDonald's, who I was like, hey, let's invite them to a party. Never once. It's the opposite. I go, oh, they're coming? You know what they told me about McDonald's, right? And then everyone goes, oh, fuck. They would hate McDonald's. Oh my God. Same person who's like, let's get Shake Shack. And then you go, oh, what about McDonald's? There's not as much of a line. What am I, poor? Fuck you, dude. What a fucking pretentious piece of shit. Anyway, listen, this is a thing too. Also, maybe it's just the circles I'm in, or whatever the fuck it is, or maybe it's because I live in this city and there's a lot of other options. But like, I've most people I date end up like they don't eat McDonald's, or they don't like eating fast food, or like they avoid it at least. I don't know, but like, dude, there's nothing fucking sexier than someone being like, hey, you want to get Mac? Like somebody at 3 a.m, a beautiful woman that you're dating at 3 a.m, go, let's get McDonald's. Oh my God, dude. I'm fucking so wet thinking about that. I'm a goddamn waterfall in my pants right now thinking about that. That's I need a change, dude. McDonald's makes me fucking wet. Like, dude, come on. That would be, yeah. And I've seen it. I keep seeing it now. Just like very beautiful women at McDonald's at 3 a.m. And I'm like, fucking dude, that's awesome. That's sick. I told you guys, one of my best dates ever was just somebody who was like, want to go to Chick-fil-A? I've never been. I was like, me neither. And then we had Chick-fil-A and I was like, this person's fucking dope. Of course we broke up. But that's besides the fucking point. That moment was amazing. We stopped seeing each other for other reasons, but that moment at least was fucking awesome. That moment could make me stick around for a bit, you know? Yeah. But yeah, man, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I like that. I like doing shitty stuff with people, you know? Stuff that's not good for you. I've realized that. It's like every time I'm on a diet, if I start dating somebody, I'm like, well, I can't do this now. Because you want to do fun shit with the person you're dating. You want to have bad food. You want to have a few drinks. You want to be silly with somebody, you know? And again, it's not a, for me at least, it's not a fucking huge deal breaker. Like I've dated people for a long time without them liking certain foods that I liked, or them doing certain things that I didn't do. Like I don't smoke, but I've dated people who smoked. That's the thing too. It's one of those things where it's like if they start smoking while you're dating, it's a little bit different because they're starting to do something that you didn't sign up for. But yo, all right, sorry about that, guys. The camera cut off real fucking fast. I don't know. It says it has enough battery, but for some reason it just fucking cut off. Anyway, I don't know what just happened, but we're back. Okay, I guess I'll do this for a couple more minutes, but I don't know what's going on. Equipment malfunction. So yeah. Dating. What was I talking about? Fucking McDonald's. Yeah, it's sexy when somebody wants to eat McDonald's with you. Somebody wants to do fucking just something fun and shitty with you. Like I'm shitty for your bodies, you know, a little bit. I don't know, just like. But that's. I guess we all just have our certain things. Because I wouldn't blame. I don't really like smoking that much, right? But sometimes people want to smoke with me, and I guess I would do it every once in a while with somebody if it was really important to them or they really wanted me to do it with them. But it's not my thing. So I understand when it's not your thing. But it's so nice to eat a fucking quarter pounder with somebody, dude. It's so nice. I don't know why. I can't explain it. It's just so comforting. I don't know, dude. It fucking makes me I'm thinking about being with somebody who it was their idea to go get McDonald's, and we're sitting there eating fucking quarter pounders, and I'm fucking in love right now. I'm in love with the thought of that shit. Dude, all I would want to do is go home and just fuck the shit out of each other. That's what I want to do. I want to kiss that person immediately upon the fucking burger going into their mouth. That is hot, dude. That's fucking sick. I'm not kidding at all. I'm dead serious. I should put that on my dating profiles. Hey, if you don't like McDonald's, we're not doing this, okay? Somebody the other night told me that somebody was doing a joke about the best chicken nuggets, which she said Wendy's, which is like, what the fuck are you talking about? Wendy's? Do people even know that there's nuggets at Wendy's? Nuggets are like the thing you get instead of fries at Wendy's if you're a psychopath. Like they come in the same container as the fries, which means they're an afterthought, okay? If the item doesn't have its own separate packaging, the establishment doesn't even give a fuck about it. So why would you think it's good? And my friend loves the spicy nuggets, but I'm talking about standard nuggets. If we're going standard nuggets, McDonald's, no doubt, best nuggets of all time. And anyway, at this show, a person asked, like, well, what do you guys think? And I was like shaking my head, and they're like, oh, what do you think? I mean, she was a very funny comedian. I just don't agree with the nuggets. But I go, McDonald's. And then a couple people said, yeah, and a couple people booed. I feel like mostly people booed, and then the comedian was very cool. She was like, don't boo that guy. I asked him. But then afterwards, a mutual friend of mine, I was like, did you boo for the nuggets? And she goes, oh, no, I love chicken nuggets. Those are the best ones. And I was like, dude, fucking, I'm suddenly might be attracted to this person. That's how powerful this weird fucking fantasy is in my head, or this weird fucking connection is in my brain, is that somebody who I wasn't even thinking about, she said, oh, I love chicken nuggets. And I was like, oh, dude, I might love you. Let's go on a date right now and order 40 of them. All right, guys, that's it for this week. This is a weird one. Sorry, the camera cut off suddenly. I had fun. I mean, as always, I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.
Jake, you're an idiot. Jake, you don't make any sense. Jake, you're a piece of shit.